Hello everybody, back here again for our vlog a day, and today is Monday the 21st, and today was a lovely, beautiful day to be alive. Got up this morning fairly early-ish, not too bad, but got up, got the dogs out. Dogs were super, got this group, this patch, the dogs are really good. Even Luna, who's been kind of a bit of a pain in the butt, she's really demanding. If she's outside and you're inside, she'll start scratching the window like a little shit. But as long as you're within range of her, or she can get to you, she's perfectly fine. And she's bad about standing on you and stuff. So she's had to been left out in the living room and run of the house. I guess not just the living room, but not in the bedroom at night because we kept jumping up on top of my wife. But she's the worst dog from pound to pressure ratio. She has the tiniest little feet for the fattest dog we've ever watched. So she stands on you and she weighs more than a German Shepherd, it feels like, because the paws are so narrow. I don't know if it's Chihuahua paws or what it is, but man, when she stands on you, it hurts a lot. So we had to keep her out, but she's been really good about it. I give her she's got a big ass bone and stuff that she's fallen in love with now. That's literally as long as her body is from the back of her neck to her tail. It's that's as long as she is. The bone's that big, but she's carrying that thing around and thinks it's great. So her and Bruce have been sleeping on the couch together and stuff, and they're doing good. But she doesn't bug me at night. She's really good about it. During the day, if she can't be next to you, she kind of wigs out a little bit. But at night, she does really, really good, and she's making it really easy for us. So got up, got them all out, got them fed. Neither her or the other one to eat very much in the morning. So we hung outside, put Bruce back inside with his food. Went ahead, heard from the owners of their dogs getting picked up, and they were wanting to pick the dog up between 7 and 8, and it was, I don't know, it was almost 8 when I got a text saying, hey, they're gonna be on their way about 5 minutes out. So absolutely worked fine. So basically I headed back in, got the harness and stuff on the dog and whatnot to send it home, and everything went good, smooth there. They were happy to see their dog, and this is the first time I watched this one, so we chatted a little while, let them know how well it went and how the dog's welcome back at any time. So everything's good. Got a text from somebody else dropping their dog off today, who is almost always early to drop off. He's really good about it, and basically said he'd be dropping the dog off about 9, which was perfectly fine because we had to leave at 9:30 to take my wife to the doctor. So I was cool, but I was no big deal. And then I get a text from him about 9 saying, hey, I'm running behind. It'll be closer to 9:30 or a little after. And I'm like, that can't work. So every time I'm like, hey, not for nothing, but you got to make it a little earlier than that because we have to leave at 9:30 because I take my wife to see the surgeon to find out if we can get her surgery moved up because workers' comp is saying, oh, we don't care if it's important or not. Without that, blah, blah, whatever, you're not getting the surgery until next month. And we don't want to wait 6, almost 8 weeks to get the surgery because at that point we've already lost, the thing's healing up so much, then it's almost guaranteed the way the surgery to fix it's going to be different, so on and so forth. And yeah, it is what it is. So I don't know if their thought is, well, if we push this off far enough, you'll just give up at that point when the surgeons look at it and go, oh, it's healed 80% now. It's healed wrong, and you'll limp for the rest of your life. But at this point, if you want us to fix it surgically, we gotta go in here, we gotta cut it and break it and do all this other crap, and then it's gonna delay you out another 8 more weeks for recovery. So if you want to be off work for 2 more months, you can do it, or you can just leave it alone for 2 more weeks and kind of limp the rest of your life. And most people are going to say, screw it, just limp the rest of your life kind of thing, because they've already lost. Most people, especially workers' comp, they're only getting 60% pay, and it's a fight to even get that, and they can't afford to live their life on that. So I think that's what the insurance is doing, is just delaying that bullshit. But luckily that's not an issue. She's still able to work from home, so she's still getting her full salary, so it's not that big a deal there. But we fought, and I'm like, who do I got to bribe around here? Which I couldn't find any way to bribe to let me have the surgery sooner. So I went and saw the surgeon, met with them. It's not the quickest a bunch there, but we got in there. It was funny because we walked in, and her brace is that weird. She can't bend her leg, which she's so short that her legs, she sits on a chair, she can't put her legs out. It's just a pain in the butt. So I went and just grabbed another chair, looked at it wasn't that busy inside there. There's extra chairs open. So I just dragged another chair over and threw her leg up on it and took the pressure off the brace, which is convenient. A couple people were like, what are you doing? You can't do that. I'm like, I can move a damn chair I want to. The hell with this. So got that done. They came out and got us to the back. Actually met with the surgeon. They took more x-rays and stuff. Met with the surgeon. He's like, yeah, he goes, it looks pretty bad. I'm gonna get you moved up. Gotta get you scheduled in or whatever as soon as we can. And it turns out that when she broke it, not only did she break it in half, that's one half is a little bigger than the other half, clearly, but the bottom half, how's it going? The bottom half that's down there is broke at least in 2 pieces, and he thinks it's probably 4, but the way the x-rays are taken, you can't really tell if it's 2 or 4 pieces down the bottom. So it's 2 pieces. We're gonna put screws in it, tie them all 3 together. We gotta go. If there's 3 or 4 pieces down the bottom, I'm gonna probably have to just throw them away and then basically drill holes all the way through your upper kneecap, run sutures through it all the way into the upper part, and then back down into the tendons and tie it all together and just have a smaller, shorter kneecap now, which part of me is like, okay, cool, but then you're putting more pressure on the tendons. It's more likely to have an issue. But in theory, if that's what they do, it should heal quicker, because now all we're doing is waiting for the tendons to grab onto the suture strong enough and then stretch from the calf muscle and stuff and move the kneecap down, because it'll basically has more stretch in the upper tendons. So that, I think, actually be a faster recovery. So in part of me kind of like, hey, I hope they take the bones out and then move it down, but then you're just running more risk of the sutures breaking or God knows what. So anytime the bone can meet the tendons, it's going to be a better grip than anything a surgeon's going to do with some sutures. So, but we won't know that until he cuts her open and finds out. But he was able to basically find out before we left. They got her scheduled out. Like, oh, we'll call you. I'm like, we'll just wait here, kind of thing. And I wasn't really trying to be a dick, but it's kind of like, the longer I wait here, the more likely you are to actually get me an answer right away. So went ahead, I'm like, cool, so we just kind of hung out, and they got us the answer, and we have surgery scheduled for 7 a.m. on Thursday, which is nice, because I told him, like, we can go anywhere, like, wherever he's got room in the surgery, wherever he's got space, wherever open spot, because he don't have his own surgical room. He basically just reserves time at different hospitals around, and, like, we have access to gas and a car that's dependable, so we'll meet him in Miami, because he travels all over doing surgeries, and they're like, not a problem. We're like, cool, and everybody's like, oh, he's the best surgeon in the area. I'm like, we'll take second best. This isn't that difficult of a surgery, but we just want it done. They're like, absolutely, Thursday, 7 a.m. So much better than waiting another 4 weeks minimum to get in to see the same exact surgeon, same exact surgical room, but workers' comp was pushing us out an additional month longer. Should have, even though he said he wanted to see her the next day when it happened 2 weeks ago. So absolutely ridiculous that insurance can do that shit. It makes no sense at all, but that's how life breaks down. So had we just self-paid it and not, came with the fact that it happened during work hours at work, we would have had it done the next day. But yeah, so we got that done, left there, and she was thinking she wanted to stop for a hamburger on the way back, and I was like, absolutely, tell me where you want to go. And then we got done there. I think the thought of getting a hamburger on the way back is much more appealing when you're at home all rested up and comfortable and stuff, but after you've already been there, went through all the poke and the prod and climbing and setting and all that stuff, in the car and anything else, that her brain was kind of like, I just want to go home now. Like, this burger does not sound nearly as appealing at this moment as it did at home, before I was in so much extra pain and all this. So went ahead and was like, okay, cool. So we headed on back, didn't stop anywhere because she decided she didn't want a burger. What's that? I don't know, I'm not a realtor. Do I look like a fucking realtor? Weirdo. I'm actually asking for this house. I don't know. Fucking look online, dipshit. But went ahead and said to hold it. Basically got her back home, got her put away, got her comfortable. One of the dogs, Luna, was supposed to get picked up between 12:30 and 1. Every time I said, hey, we're still up here at the doctor. I don't know if we'll make it back by then, but Mom can give her back if you want. She goes, no, not a problem. Just call me when you're heading back, and that way your mom don't mess with it. And I said, absolutely, sounds good. So on the way back, I waited till I was fully back, had my wife all settled. Said, hey, we're back. Anytime you want to pick the dog up, let me know. And then she reached out a little bit later, picked the dog up. Everything was good to go there. So went home, and then just left just me and Eddie and Bruce. And Eddie was a little sad because Eddie likes to, basically, he's a lot more energetic. He likes to play and roughhouse a little bit and stuff. And Bruce doesn't have that much in him, but it was great though, because Bruce was out with him, I don't know, probably about 4 o'clock or so. And we were outside, how's it going? And went ahead, we were out there just chilling out. And they started playing. It was funny because Bruce is all chilling and stuff, and Eddie was chasing him around. And Bruce said, screw it, I'm going to chase him around too. So Bruce got his little puppy energy out and started chasing him, and it didn't last very long. It was just a few minutes. It was hot, but it was only a few minutes. Bruce running a couple half laps while Eddie ran full laps around the yard. Bruce just kept kind of cutting him off and stuff and chasing over and barking at him, and Eddie was biting at him, and they were having a great time. And I got my phone out trying to film it, and by the time I got my phone out, it was almost over because I could tell Bruce was tired. So I got a tiny little bit of video of it, but it is what it is. So yeah, he chilled out there and they kind of hung out a little bit. Decided I was going to jump in the pool after my run. So I went and got my run in, went and got the pool cleaned and soaked in the pool a little while. And then we ended up having dimmer omelets for dinner, which ended up being more of a casserole, like an omelet casserole thing. It was in a cake pan that was basically pretty fluffy, actually, surprisingly. It was really good. It was really super moist and wet. Had a great taste to it and all that good fun stuff. So we knocked that out for dinner and had a nice time there. Watched a little bit of Grace and Frankie, a new show we started watching on Netflix. And it's comical. It's pretty good. It's just a dumb, don't have to think too much about it. It's a great little show. So went ahead and watched it and then headed back outside, enjoyed myself, wonderful cigar, and chilled out for the evening. And that's all I got for now. And we'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Have yourself a safe, wonderful day. Thanks for watching.